And they go with the Bane. This is one I've been a little harsh on myself as far as success rate in this tournament overall. It's kind of the opposite of what was the Abaddon we were talking about earlier, something like a 35% win rate, and has seen actually a popular amount, a fair amount of games. So, but Team Plus going to give it a shot here.
Seconds remaining.
Gives them a strong laning partner for somebody. Gives them another setup for Kunkka combos as well. Of course, BKB Piercing Disable is always pretty useful, though not nearly the same strength as something like a Chronosphere, especially in a hero like Bane, who tends to be relatively squishy in those mid-game fights.
So now back over to Demon Slayers. Get more information on where the Magnus may end up this game. It looks like it's going to be more of the offlane Magnus. Got Shadow Demon pairing up with the Crystal Maiden for supporting cast. Shadow Demon pretty good against Kunkka already. Kind of a savior.
Certainly. Also, incredibly good stacking for the eventual Empower of whoever. Looks like it will be a position 3 Magnus.
10 seconds remaining.
And, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of really nice combos on Demon Slayers. You've got Magnus, who's constantly using Empower, needs mana for that. So you've got Crystal Maiden. Of course, Shadow Demon also spamming spells, needs mana for that. Crystal Maiden.
Radiant team back.
Ooh. Interesting. That's a Troll Warlord. Have not seen a lot of Troll Warlord, and I don't recall seeing one yet here in Group B action, at least, between yesterday and today. So, Team Plus going the Troll route, though.
I think Yamson played it once yesterday, if I remember
10
correctly.
seconds remaining.
Definitely one of his preferred heroes. Plays a lot of Troll, Chaos
5
Knight,
seconds remaining.
that kind of stuff. And it's kind of been one of their go-tos. Seems okay. Not super in love with it, but gives them potential lockdown against the Ember Spirit if you can get the root off, and some way to maybe recover from the RP as well if he gets that used on him. Not
that great against Shadow Demon, though. Between the Purge and the Disruption, it's really annoying for Troll to deal with. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm sold on that pick, but suppose, like you said, comfort.
Could be pretty good against Magnus in the lane, though. So generally, Troll is very good against melee offlaners.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
Oh, my game lagged a little bit there, but looks like we're back.
Dire
the Watermelon ban on Tidehunter. You got Nagasarn ban, and wow, yeah, Abaddon's still there. All right.
Seems like a very good pick.
Yes. Why not? 80%
second save, tower push, yep, and of course your stats.
Love me my stats. Is this? It's gonna be an offlane. Okay, so Kunkka will end up mid. And yeah, it really is a prime offlane hero. They banned the Tidehunter, but in hindsight, maybe a ban on the Abaddon could have been better. But oh well, they're gonna have to deal with it now.
Slark is still in the pool, and that's been a pretty classic counter to Abaddon. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that be the pick for Demon Slayers. Pair it with the Magnus.
Bloodseeker.
But Kostabile has been playing a ton of Bloodseeker. And that gives them a little bit more laning presence against the Abba.
Haven't seen the most success out of this hero. We've seen Bloodseeker. You mentioned, I think, yeah, Demon Slayers did play it once yesterday, and a couple other games we've seen it in, and has been a little underwhelming with that safely. Now, to be fair, I guess paired up with the Magnus, that certainly, as usual, makes it a bit different with that Empower buff. So I suppose I'll give it a chance here from Demon Slayers.
Yep. Pretty good against the Troll, and the fact that you can just rupture him and kite him.
10 seconds remaining.
Gives them. It doesn't give them like a hard carry though. Bloodseeker really is not a hero that you want a man fight with, especially not against a Troll. But we'll see how it goes. It's a momentum based hero, and if Demon Slayers gets off to a good start, it can certainly take over the game. But it will be a interesting one, as both teams do have save and team fight. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, a good mix. Definitely a good mix there on either side. So don't feel like either side necessarily got out drafted. Setting up to be certainly a good game as mentioned. Demon Slayers versus Team Plus. We talk about a very similar position. Really vying for that third place spot in this event here of the MDL. Well, it's technically the MDL qualifiers. That's kind of been the interesting thing, because I keep calling this like the MDL qualifiers, but technically it's also the BTS, the Summit qualifiers for the minors. So I suppose the initial portion is more the MDL technically, but anywho.
Both. It's both.
Yeah, it is kind of both in the end. So I wanted to bring that up earlier, actually, with the. Funny enough, obviously we're working with BTS here because, as usual, they do a lot of the qualifier coverage, no matter the event. But this one a bit unique because it is partially helping to qualify for their own event there. Anywho, we're in the game. Game number 1. Let me make sure you guys can see it. There
Prepare
you go.
for battle.
And in we go. All right, so Abaddon's heading towards bottom. It's got the triple mango. Ready for the off-lane Abaddon.
Yep. Quite good against the Crystal Maiden and the Shadow Demon, of course, in the laning stage. So Jenkins should have a pretty good time down here. Always able to purge off any stacks or disables.
Well, could possibly be a fight breaking out here at the top lane if Shadow Demon or Magnus go a little too far up. In fact, as I say that, Bane didn't go sleep, though. Did get the brain sap first, so not really the strongest crowd control up
30
here.
seconds to battle.
Yep, axes miss, and so they will just retreat safely. I think that Plus may want to invade since they just have the Abaddon in the bottom lane. You expect him to not be able to grab either of these runes. Oh, the cliff. But he's up there too.
Oh, wait, what? I was watching the bottom, so he gets clipped up here. And it's Troll versus Magnus, the battle. Troll's going to win it. Obviously, plenty of support nearby.
He's going to get poison stacked, though.
Yeah, he's dead.
3 stacks.
He's dead. One more stack, and he can just release it. He's going to go for a 6 stack just to make sure. Was he waiting here for a TP? So he's just going to chill here. And he's going to say, you know what? You're just going to waste some time. I don't know what to make of this, because he can't TP. Okay, he's going to just finally kill him.
Ouch. Yeah, and he's going to miss a creep, maybe, on this first wave. Maybe not.
Yeah, actually gets back pretty quickly.
Oh, courier snipe.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Godzi gets it. And he'll TP out before. Ends up dying himself, so the regen was already delivered, but gets it on the way back. Well, it's a fun start to this game.
Yeah, already action-packed. That seems to be the case for many of these.
Yeah, the mid is certainly in a fun spot right now. Just from the sample size that we've had from these qualifiers alone. Costa Bile. Been seeing a lot of these Radiants coming out from these Bloodseekers, but of course with the Magnus, I don't know if we'd expect that from the Bloodseeker this time around. It seems like more of like maybe even like Drums S&Y. Benefit from Empower.
Yeah, that definitely seems a little bit better. It's kind of hard because you don't really want to fight the troll, so Radiance is nice, but then again, you could just go like S&Y into maybe an eventual Radiance and split the S&Y into Halberd Manta.
See what Costabile decides. As Jenkins there, again, this is with the offlane Abaddon, leveling up that Curse of Avernus, and it really does work. Get the 4th stack up, all of a sudden he becomes a Troll Warlord himself. Attacks like crazy. And oh, by the way, you're silenced.
Yeah.
It's pretty
that
cool.
too, and slowed.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ability. It's not a hero that has a lot of history of playing in that off-lane role. I mean, we've definitely gone through core phases, but ever since they changed and especially buffed up this ability, it's He's filled this offlane role very well, especially as of right now.
Bloodseeker faring a bit better in CS so far.
Yeah, actually doubling in the CS. But it is Bloodseeker. That's what he's good at doing. He also has a Crystal Maiden support against a Rubik support. I would think that benefits the Crystal Maiden or more so the Bloodseeker there.
Yep. Juan does get the pull off though, so going to be denying some experience potentially as Ghazi runs over to try and contest.
Jenkins wants these. He's going to throw up a shield on himself, get an explosion, and try to get some last hits, but it's a battle. Nice deny right there. Who's going to get the big one? Oh, the zap to finish it. God, Z will take it.
Jenkins pretty low though. He's feeding Bloodseeker a bunch of thirst stacks, and he doesn't have any regen left, so I think he's probably going to look to try and deny himself here. Yep, we'll do so.
Glad you said something, because I actually did not have that thought in days. I'm like, what? Did he lose control of his character or something? Whoa.
All right. Gets solo killed by Sammy Boy under tower. Immediately buys back to not miss any CS.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's like, is this actually a good play, or is this a little bit of rage coming in? But I suppose, yeah, with the lane being where it was, as you said, didn't want to miss any CS, so immediately making the call.
A little interesting, though, I will say.
Yeah.
Flames will spread thrice.
Either way, it's obviously Sammy Boy, a good kill for him in the 1v1. And right now, especially, he is leading the CS over Ember Spirit. So off to a pretty good start for him. Wouldn't be surprised to see that Spirit Vessel build, actually. But Chuan, bottom lane, he's going to have the protection of Blood right initially, but Jenkins ran out of it, came back in, and Photic shields up. He's got the Curse of Inverna stacking. He's going to heal up Rubik as well. Now turning.
Nope.
You know, it's interesting. Obviously, we saw him deny himself already, too, but a lot of these bad-end builds in the offlane, I actually haven't seen leveling a Mistquell at all until, like, level 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets it at level 3.
Yeah, more of the fighting build to be able to kill top.
Going for the rune. That was, you know, he didn't even get in. That's all actually, what, all 4 runes? Yeah, all 4 runes going the way of the Dire side.
Team Plus, making moves in the early game. But to your point, I think he's basically picking up the Mistquell just so he can deny himself to not feed Bloodseeker stacks. Normally, I agree, it's a Photic Shield and Curse pretty much all the time.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Saw it already used earlier. Bloodseeker. Again, we see the jungle pull off to the side, but Bloodrat goes down. This is a very active lane down here. A lot going on.
Control of this camp, super important, coming out on top. Bloodseeker still CSing very well. Jenkins only at 16. But he's getting levels, and a lot of the time it's kind of all you need on a Baden.
Yeah. He'll be fine with that. So I go back to Kunkka and mention Spirit Vessel. Does seem pretty good against like something like a Bloodseeker. He did go the Radiance build earlier today when we watched him, though. He was the one that went the Radiance, so I'm curious to see if that's... I mean, you have a Troll Warlord teammate here. You'd figure maybe that would be overkill, but...
Yeah, also you're against the Shadow Demon, so I kind of hate it if he does go giving away the Radiance in your team fights. Not ideal.
It's funny. Right as we start talking about it, he actually queues it up.
Samuel, what are you doing, bud? We'll see whether it pays off.
Again, still could definitely change his mind, but yeah, so right now he is certainly thinking about it. It's Troll Warlord. How's his CS looking? 24-1. Magnus 31-3. So Magnus is winning the top lane when it comes to his CS. Shadow Demon, I'm sure, is a big part of that. As you see the poisons, he's got 4. They're going for Magnus, but if he gets that 5th stack, it almost hit. So the Troll will be fine.
Radiant structures
Magnus just runs away as Bane's charging at them.
Yep. This is one of the downsides of running a 3 Magnus. Fairly weak presence in the laning stage. Although Sonic is able to zone both of them by himself, and Flea might be dead here.
Double rolling axes. Has range form again. In 2 seconds. I think it's out of range anyways, but the Brain Sap is in range. He missed the rolling axes, though, for the slow, but he gets the net proc off the bat and a couple of auto attacks to finish it. But Lies is in. Amber Spirit, can he clean up both? No, he pops his ultimate. Troll War levels his battle trance.
Hitting the wrong person.
But he is hitting the wrong person thanks to the sleep. So, a bit of miscommunication right there.
Learn from your mistakes.
And he just ends up dying.
Middle tower is under attack.
And God's E goes down.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate interaction between those two skills. Getting a little over-aggressive on the troll there, perhaps. Goes to Belay.
So close. Yes, he gets it.
Good rotation by Sammy Boy with the haste rune. He wants more.
Yeah, you know what? He's going to get more. Never mind. He missed the torrent. Yeah, he still might get it. There you go. Just wanted to seem like he was giving him a chance.
Yeah. You know, you got to break their mind, right?
Yeah.
Make them feel safe. Snatch it away from them. No hope for you.
Yeah, he's already got the early buyback out of his mid-opponent. He's got that going for him. He's at 2,000 gold. I mean, he is far. I mean, holy crap! He's 2,000 ahead of anyone else in the game right now. Net worth. That's crazy for 9 minutes.
Yeah. Kunkka is already what you would consider fat. He's got, of course, the double bracers. Almost. He's got 1,700 health. Level 11 at 9 minutes.
I love this combo, by the way. Troll gets skewered with the rupture on him.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And,
under
okay, he pops Battle Trance as it just comes up in time, but they're just going to kite away and turn and kill him after it.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
so
attack.
good rotation from the Bloodseeker. Comes back after that death and makes the best play of it. What the hell's happening over here? Bane?
This is just Sonic things. This guy is always in the weirdest places in games.
Well, he's going to try to TP. Disruption?
Dire's top tower is
Nope.
under attack.
Okay, apparently that works.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Space.
Yeah, there's a lot of space.
It's a tower for Jenkins in the bottom lane. I'll take that for sure.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah, that's big. And actually, apparently Sammy Boy is going to kill Crystal Maiden. Also in the mid lane, who's soaking up some experience.
Dire's top tower is under
Not
attack.
so much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's got 3,200 gold. It's accelerating so crazy. And not going to hit.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Dude's playing on a mission right now. And that Sacred Relic is almost finished. So back to the... It's like... Okay, when you're farming this crazy, sure, go the Radiance, but you did bring up the good point against Shadow Demon. That is still a concern that you're going to give them a Radiance now.
Yeah, ultimately though, like you said, I mean, he's so far ahead that not going the Radiance here is probably a mistake even into that matchup. Because he's going to be just such a threat, just walking down lanes, like, fight me. We're taking your towers with an Abaddon and a Troll. What are you going to do about it?
Well, Troll Warlord, speaking of him, he's... I was going to say about recovering, but honestly, he's actually not doing too bad right now. He's close to the course on the other side, just behind them, in fact. Everything is just skewed because of Sammy Boy's success on Kunkka right now. Really is like an alchemist status.
Yeah, seriously. 7.3k.
Abaddon's got a medallion finish. Interesting first item choice for Abaddon. Maybe a Solar Crest.
Yeah. Solar Crest is a pretty standard item on offlaners these days. And Abaddon, you don't really care that much about giving away your armor because you have the borrowed time to fall back on a lot of the time.
Vlad's is pretty good this game, though. That's the one item that comes to mind of.
Radiant's middle tower is
You
under
could argue
attack.
potentially more value, but
Certainly.
you know, we've seen that a bit too on these offlane Abaddons, but it has his own direction. And that is just fine. Yeah, you just see
Sonic.
Where is he?
Oh, he gets scattered out. He was trying to get the Fiend's Grip smoked up behind the troll, but gets slighted and scattered out.
I was going to comment on Sammy Boy's just efficiency. It's like you can just see in the jungle, he's stacking the camps, getting the angles with the Tidebringer, and it's no wonder he's actually farming so well. Of course, the 4 kills definitely help too, but
oh, they got the kill.
make it a 5th kill. As they catch Shadow Demon.
And that's a Radiance. 12 minutes in. Is he playing Alchemist?
That is insane. Like, I would love to see data of Kunkka's specifically and Radiant's timing, because that has to be one of the fastest ever. Like,
yeah, that is absolutely nuts. And now we'll see how Team Plus capitalizes on this. They do have 3 cores in the top 5, so they're in a very good spot right now. They probably should group up around the Kunkka, since he is at full fighting strength right now, 13 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that is the thing. It's like, so now what do you do with it? Right now he's at top lane, Costumile. He's going up here to push out the creep wave. He's got his Maelstrom, so going his own kind of farming tool. Even with the Empower buff, although it's not on him currently, but makes the Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's super good with the change to Thirst, giving you attack speed instead of damage now.
Mid lane troll. The RP is going to be used. Battle Trance is on cooldown, so he used it earlier. Rolling axes though, and plenty of teammate support, including Sammy Boy. Disruption will save Ember Spear for the time being. Rupture put up on Kunkka. And Troll, the only one dead so far. Flea looks like his Purge ended up killing him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just good rotations from Demon Slayers. Old RP misses, gets slighted out. Was stolen by God Z, but
wait,
Ember
so
Spirit too fast.
Oh yeah, he tried to RP the Ember Spirit. Okay. Well, they get him anyways. Wait, how is he dead for 70 seconds?
Because of the buyback.
Jesus. Guess so, yeah.
Yeah, we've got an Alchemist in this game, but not really. We've got a Necrophos in this game, but not really.
That's crazy. 70
Radiant's
seconds.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Yeah,
are
about that
fortified.
buyback. Well,
For the twins.
got the 15-minute bounty runes, and Bloodseeker, he's going to pick up
Dire's
his and
top
walk
tower
away.
is under attack.
Come to the bottom lane where God Z could be in trouble.
And rotating in, they're going to catch at least the
Rupture.
Rubik.
Jenkins wants the Crystal Maiden, but now he might be in trouble too. He's got
No
borrowed
TP.
time.
Jenkins, where's the TP?
Radiant's middle
Doesn't have it
tower
available.
is under
He's
attack.
going to get caught.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to TP out there, even if he did. But you're right. It's obviously a good method. Always make sure to have one on you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, it's I hate to say it, but they got this Radiance, and it seems like since then it's actually been not too bad for Demon Slayers. Now, Ember Spirit, I guess, has been the one that's in some trouble, and sure enough, back-to-back deaths with a 70-second death timer, now a 45-second. Man, he's been out of the game for like 3 minutes.
The tip again. You having fun yet?
Yeah, might as
Sammy
well.
Boy is taking up residence in this Radiant Triangle. And finally his team's starting to play
Dire's
around
middle
him
tower
perhaps a
is
little bit.
under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
People telling me to change the title. Let me do that real quick. That's right. All right. So yeah, this is Demon Slayers versus Team Plus. Game 1, and
Radiant's top
Jenkins
tower is
helping to
fallen.
get the top tower kill. You do see that Solar Crest is queued up now.
Radiant's
They
top
will
tower
continue
is
on
under
taking tier 2,
Dire's bottom tower
which
is
will
under attack.
give Yamsun a little bit of a boost towards that BKB, which he desperately blade finished.
Kunkka with the Reaver now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Gonna just go into a Heart next.
Dire's bottom tower
Ancient
is
stack
under
was
attack.
stolen by Costa Bile
Radiant's
over
middle
here
tower
in
is
the
under attack.
Dire Triangle, and he almost has a BKB, so that's a pretty big timing for him.
Crystal Maiden caught initially.
Radiant's middle
Stolen
tower
Crystal
is
Nova
under
will
attack.
get the kill. Well played by God Z there. Make that
Jenkins
play
is
happen,
dead.
but Jenkins gets skewered in, although he's got borrowed time.
Dire's
Can he
bottom
get the
tower
support?
is under attack. Radiant's
It doesn't look like it. He's being beat down, the silence up, and Jenkins will fall. Hey, he made space for the tower kill.
He did. 5K gold lead for Team Plus. Sammy Boy going directly for... Yeah, he's like, all right, I just need to make myself completely unkillable this game with this huge start. But Bloodseeker is making progress, almost near the 10K mark and 2,000 gold ahead of the Troll.
Yeah, it's the first time, like I said, I've seen the Magnus with the Bloodseeker, and naturally, of course, it's pretty hard. He's the Maelstrom. Excuse me, the Maelstrom and the Empower. Obviously, his flash farming becomes really good, and he's, I don't want to say catching up to the Kunkka because he's still actually pretty far behind, but he is dominating second place at least.
Yeah, he does have the BKB more importantly, so all that net worth that Kunkka has actually kind of reduced by half, since Radiance will do just a little bit of extra damage on the cleaves and not a whole lot more. At least to the Bloodseeker.
Sure. Bane, they know he's here. Sonic thinking he's hiding. I guess it wasn't the best hiding spot. Godz's also going to get caught. Yeah, the DD's just going to be picked up by Jenkins instead. They were trying to hold it, but... And now it still might be in trouble. Liza's going forward. He's got Shackles. Rupture's activated on Sammy Boy, who's just going to run it out. Bottom shield explodes immediately. Buybacks on both Rubik and Bane, though, so now did they overstep the ship? They're not going to connect, though. Put it in the wrong spot. Hopefully to go further. RP from Old White. He's just using this to run. Stolen RP, though, to lock down Bloodseeker now, but the disruption hits. He's fine for now. Going to come out, though. Going to be netted in place even. There's a Fiend Script, though, locking him down after the BKB, and down goes Bloodseeker. So with Bloodseeker and Magnus dead, now it's fight back time for Team Plus.
Was 2 buybacks on Plus, however.
And
a little bit sloppy by them in that engagement. Getting picked off too much.
Yeah, but that also goes back to the BKB purchase of Bloodseeker. Essentially useless there. Because he activates it and he just gets Fiend Scripts anyways.
Yeah, you can't really keep giving away this RP either. It's pretty difficult to not give it to the Rubik, but that's twice now already, and he doesn't even...
Uh-oh. Ember managed to get out.
Heart already finished on Kunkka. Sammy Boy's been hitting the gym lately.
Apparently, man. That's still just impressed with how much net worth he has. 20 minutes in.
They have a medallion and a troll, so that means Roche is an objective that is takeable at 20 minutes. Bloodseeker is very annoying to do this against, though.
Kunkka's holding his front line, of course, tanky as he is.
3,700 health.
That's pretty good. Crystal Maiden got caught. Bloodright trying to protect her. Ruptures up on Sammy Boy. The backline's Lies went in, but he got lifted up and slide of fist, though. Going forward with the Remnant caught both supports. Remember, they are dying back now, as they used the buyback in the last fight. The BKB and cost abilities allowing him to run around still. The Bloodright connects there on a Batten and a Batten melts. Borrowed time on cooldown. Also, Troll Whirler goes down after the battle transfers off. And Sammy Boy, he was honestly running for most of that fight. And they're still going to catch up to him. Now, they don't have the Rupture anymore. Do they really commit for the skill? It's just, it doesn't feel worth it, yeah.
No, he's literally a Timbersaw right now. You just kill his whole team, and he can do as much as he can with the Radiance spread damage, but this Troll feels really, really weak right now. Even though he's third in net worth, he just gets disrupted every time he uses ult. And they just gave away the Roche. Big turning point for Demon Slayers here.
That was the one concern with that Troll Warlord to pick. The Shadow Demon, and this paying off. Lee's doing a good job there at reacting. And I haven't even been paying attention to it necessarily, but I wonder if he's been creating illusions from Kunkka as well throughout these fights. But either way, you got Kunkka hitting level 20. So it's just, again, every time I look back, it's insane. But yeah, how is it translating? That last fight, it didn't really do the most. It wasn't that impressive. I think he put it correctly with that. He's essentially a Timbersaw. He seems scary, but if you just ignore him, sometimes that's their best option.
Yeah, he interestingly queues up a Blade Mail after the BKB. I kind of feel like he just needs to go for Daedalus and just do a bunch of damage.
Sure.
Because there's really not much else coming out from the team.
That's Bloodseeker has a full Mjolnir now, going on with that Empower buff on top of him.
Yeah, he's only 2,500 behind this Kunkka. Then Ember Spirit starting to get a bit more dangerous, has a BKB queued up of his own, and Power also paying off for him.
Bottom. Oh, Crystal Maiden just trying to push it out. Trying to chase after Jenkins.
Somebody's caught. God Z.
That is Rubik. Look at that thirst for Bloodseeker. He's hunting for more, but not going to find anyone. Does have the Aegis, though, and for plenty of time more, about 3 more minutes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going to use it to push the bottom lane for now. The tier 1 tower is still up.
There's also a mech on Old White on the Magnus, so he has a pipe coming next, and that's quite a bit of sustain to deal with the Kunkka. We've already seen the damage problems from Team Plus. Being able to actually finish off kills has been very difficult for them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wrap around over here, Kunkka.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Find somebody. That's somebody going to be Crystal Maiden, perhaps. CM is going to go uphill, but runs right into a Troll of Warlord because of that. So, yeah, she really had nowhere to go. She's being chased for a while. Ends up getting killed. You could also look at it as a positive, though, for the Radiant. That was a lot of rotation. All 5 players, essentially. No, they killed was Crystal Maiden.
It's actually a 1k gold lead for the side of Demon Slayers, and the momentum has definitely shifted. We're going to try and go on this Kunkka.
Yeah, Cosmily every time is rupturing the Kunkka as well. Notice that, and he's going to survive. He's about half-life. Lies meanwhile cleaning up on Bane. Spirit able to get him taken out, and Sammy Boy's at half-life now, and Flea's going in further. Gets the Spanish up. Catches the Abaddon. Borrowed time, though, popped.
He gets silenced by his own illusions. Got potential clash up here in the top lane, too. No rotations, though, from Old White's teammates.
Yeah, I was wondering if we're going to see an RP attempt, but no backup. Not worth it. Team Plus, I think that's a perfect example of that last fight. That they're not interested in fighting right now. This Sammy Boy just running that whole time. Although Bloodseeker's going to be jumped, however, Shadow Demon's there. With that Blink Dagger now, and Bane just dead.
Sammy Boy in the back lines gets ruptured yet again. Chasing Flea.
Counter Rupture. Rupture on Bloodseeker. Taste of his own medicine. He's running around and needs a heal. He's not going to get it. The Aegis will be used, though. Coming back up. Sammy Boy ready for the combo. Here we go. The lift is up. The Shark comes out. It missed him. It went actually further out. It went for Magnus. So the BKB is now activated from Costabile. And Jenkins going to get his borrowed time off. But Kunkka, you can tell Radiant, again, they just do not want to fight him because they know they can't really. They are going to do their best to run. Oh,
Sammy
missed.
Dazzy's kind of been left alone in here in the back lines. Not going to get the X. And now they're just really deep and out of position.
Well, Ember Spirit's apparently out of position. Lifted. And he's comboed.
Dies out.
Oh, dead for 50 seconds.
Oh, we've got a very back and forth game, Breaky.
Yeah, we do.
And even the team that gets the initiation, not necessarily going to be the one that wins the fight, it feels like right now.
Yeah, Sammy Boy's just really deep in here by himself. There we go, though. There's a disruption.
Yeah, where's the rest of his team? He pops BKB.
Got purged, though, so he's slowing down heavily. Rupture's up. Here comes the rest of the team. Aphotic Shield is out. Or at least the heal. Troll Warlord, meanwhile, beat down on Crystal Maiden. There you go. Kills her. Old White, he's going to be disrupted. Goes to Billy. He's in the area. Buyback from Crystal Maiden. Ember's up in 1 second as well.
And now Plus might be too deep. They seem to keep
Trading.
finding themselves in scenarios where not sure whether to go farther or run away.
There's another disruption. This Aether Lens and Blink doing so much work. There's Troll turning on the Battle Trance, but he's killing his illusions in the process. Battle Trance going to be wearing off. Bane again goes down, and Ember Spirit may go for more. He's got a BKB.
Rupture up in 10 as well.
Can he reach?
No BKB on Troll.
Slight
no BKB
chain.
on Sammy Boy.
There you go. Troll's caught. No Battle Trance and no BKB is mentioned. There's a disruption. Used aggressively. A Photic Shield. That's not going to be nearly enough to save him. The Purge again. And Yamsum, he's alive. Barely. The heals from Jenkins are there, but it's not enough. And we have a DC in the middle. I mean, Bloodseeker clearly DC'd. So. Is he caught by Fiend's Grip, by the way? He is.
Yes,
okay.
he is. Bloodseeker's definitely going to die here. God Z has just blinked into the middle of 3 people trying to chains them. But Troll is dead, and Jenkins doesn't have borrowed time for 6 seconds. Awkward!
Very awkward. Yeah, this is unfortunate, but it happens. Bloodseeker, yeah, when he reconnects. It's going to be interesting to see how they play out of this, because it's one of those you can analyze this for a long time now if you're either team and what you want to do and call it out and everything. I mean, you would think Bloodseeker at the very least is dead here.
Yeah, Fiend's Grip is still going to go on for another 3 seconds, I think. RP is available. Do keep that in mind as we resume here.
If he skewers an RPs. Oh, he gets lifted up, though. So, yeah, the Fiend's Grip's still on him. And Bloodseeker is eventually killed. So there you go. He's out for a minute. They do kill God Z. Ruby down on the other side.
Next himself? What?
Maybe a misclick right there. Abandoned, borrowed time is up. There's an RP, though. Catches all 3 of them. And down goes Bane. Jenkins losing the borrowed time now. Photic Shield at the last second. He's going to end up falling, though. He's trying to help save Kunkka in the midst of it. But the stolen freezing from God Z. Making some big plays with that blinking as well. Gets a turn kill on a Magnus. And the X catches Ember Spirit. A triple kill for God Z. He plays his hero well, as we're seeing in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, completely saving that fight, actually, because that was looking like Demon Slayer was going to get out.
Top tower is under attack.
And Sammy Boy, I mean, I wish I could see the fight recap for that and just see how much damage he did. It's got to be like 80% from his entire team.
Oh, yeah. Just the Radiance burn in general consistently ticking. Yeah, it's a long, drawn-out fight. Seemed like that. I don't know if it favor him, because obviously it was like Bloodseeker could benefit from that too. But in that case, it certainly worked out. And goes back to, though, MVP on Rubik. He's had some crazy steals this game, from the RPs earlier to, in that case, with the freezing field and going in and out. Obviously, that was a buyback, too, to make that happen.
Yep. Yeah, so he needed to make that happen, because if he dies back there, that fight and the whole game really could spiral out of control for Team Plus. But they're hanging on here, and we've got ourselves an even game, 23-21 at 30 minutes in. Sammy Boy is super out of position yet again.
Yeah, but you can tell the Radiant is they're just so careful on overcommitting to it. So I think that's kind of the logic Sammy Boy's going by is, if they go on me, then it's going to take a while, and then by the time they maybe get me low, you guys would be here to help me. So
yeah, with that blade mail as well. Uh-oh, Bloodseeker.
He's fine. Got the MKB now.
Deal with the Troll and the Kunkka.
Yep.
Man, Sammy Boy, level 25 already.
He's got the Ghost Ship fleet. Catching CM. There's a freezing field again from God Z, and gonna use it to kill Crystal Maiden. Justifiably so.
Fiend's Grip is up. Can they find anybody? Full retreat. Delta split from Demon Slayers.
Get the hell on out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
So Kunkka sitting in front. CM's dead for 30 more seconds. Blink just bought by Magnus. He has RP. Now he's looking for that angle. Will he find that jump? He skewers back a Batten. Not the prime target.
Trying to bait them in. And Team Plus would be wise to get out here.
Rupture goes out, though, so Jenkins in trouble.
Radiant's middle tower
There's the fleet coming
Down
in.
Rupture yet again.
He realizes it and puts himself in a better spot, at least. But he is inactive because of that, and Yamsum's able to run.
And they get the tier 3 in the middle of that chaos. So shrines are now available. Roshan has respawned.
And Rubik almost has an axe. He is actually 500 gold away.
He has more farm than Jenkins at this point and is steadily becoming a core in this game. Double damage in the bottom lane.
Yeah, there's clearly a lot to spell steal, so that's going to be huge. But speaking of that DD, Kunkka will pick it up.
Double damage.
And he is getting close himself to an Assault Cuirass. He's got 3,800 gold saved up.
Satanic queued up for the Bloodseeker. Desolator for the Ember Spirit.
Wait, Deso? Interesting.
At least for now. Yeah, kind of interesting since he has a Yule's BKB Maelstrom so far.
Yeah, it's not your right-click build an Ember Spirit.
But may transition to that with the True Strike and the Empower, so we'll see how that ends up playing out. Top lane is pushing in, though, so they're going to have to send Godzi over there, who does have Rupture stolen, which means he has 2 Rupture charges. That's pretty nasty. This is a really good Rubik game all of a sudden.
Okay, skewer forward. Sleep immediately, but Bane is dead. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the Ag's effects. Oh, holy crap. Double Rupture. Flea goes in. Gets the Vanish up.
Ghost of Relay is ruptured, and so is the Crystal Maiden. This is not good
Get out,
for
get out.
Demon Slayers.
Oh, he gets caught. Ghost of Billy got caught before he could TP in time. Crystal Maiden made it out, but they got the target they came for. Rubik continues to make the big plays, and now he also steals Purge.
Godzi is absolutely dominating this game.
He really is. He is controlling it. And Sammy Boy is going to catch up to Flea. Skewer backwards, though.
The buyback, they're actually quite low, and Bloodseeker is going to be pretty fast, but not TPing in. It's on cooldown.
But as you mentioned, he's fast, so he's running it quickly. BKB's activated. Bloodseeker now showing up. Rupture going out. I think that's Troll. Yeah, Troll's caught. The RP comes out, and they finish Troll. Bane's also caught as well. He's out for 50 seconds. Godzi with the counter RP again. Locking them in place, both the Magnus and
man?
Bloodseeker. And Godzi going to try to kite away, though. Costabile running him down. Says, finally, let's take care of this raid boss over here. Double buyback, by the way, Abaddon and Troll.
They don't want to give up this Roche, but no supports. And Godzi is dead for 90 seconds because he just died back. So these buybacks not going to pay off. And Yamsun is so underfarmed on this Troll.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, you do not want to pick a big fight without your Rubik. Again, he's been the game changer for sure. I think you just got to give this up.
Yeah, that does not feel good, though. You use 2 buybacks. You almost feel off. Try and contest. They need Sammy Boy to maybe try and stall. Bane is up, so they have 4 heroes. No RP available.
It's a borrowed time. As soon as that's down, though, I hear the, Yamsum, he got caught with the Rupture. They're going after Costabile. Costabile's dead for 2 minutes. Freezing field on the backlines. Jenkins, the Photic Shield, keeps himself alive. The BKB on Yamsum. He battle trance, though, and he is very low, so he's almost dead, in fact, trying to lifesteal the best that he can. And getting some heals up from Abaddon, so the fight ends up working for Team Plus, despite not being in the numbers advantage. And Crystal Maiden also goes down, and back to Roshan we go. Or at least that's where Sammy Boy wants to go. Maybe not.
I would pay very good money to hear the comms on both teams in this game because I am sure they are awfully frantic.
Yes. There's a lot of freaking out going on right now. Some calls all over the place, I'm sure.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's hard to make what's happening right here, make sense of it.
Magnus does have RP when he respawns in 12 seconds on the RP, 22 seconds on the respawn, so he could buy back if necessary. Troll is in the pit with a Solar Crest.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We need to buy back right now.
Yeah.
Not going for it.
Your Shan has fallen.
We'll give it up in the end. Yamzone picks up the Aegis. Cheese from Kunkka. So killing Bloodseeker, taking him out for 2 minutes. Of course, a pretty big deal. Allows them to secure the Roshan. You see Troll Warlord also is... He might be underfarmed for a lot of this game, but he is certainly getting to a spot now, nearly another 4,000 gold saved up. And level 20 on top of that.
And he's going for a Lincoln's, actually, because he's getting ruptured every single day, and then himself with Battle Train chasing people.
Radiant's top shrine is under
Flea
attack.
is going to have a full Aghanim Scepter as well in the next couple of seconds if he decides to buy out. He does.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
All right. He's got his own Ags. The break is pretty good against Abaddon, by the way.
Certainly is. I think we actually... No, never mind. Thought he almost didn't pop it one time, but
Yeah.
no
Right.
break yet.
But yeah, point is, obviously it won't activate on its own. You can still activate borrowed time, but it won't just pop automatically. So if you're stunned up or
Radiant's
whatever,
bottom shrine is under attack.
then it becomes an issue.
Once again.
Yeah, the Shadow Demon is going to be
screwed
screwed.
in.
RP even? No,
Radiant's
not going to
bottom
use it.
shrine
BKB is
has
just going to sit there. He has cheese. He's going to be okay.
As he gets really low.
Cheese? Okay.
Jeez. Almost spoke too soon there, but yeah, waiting until the last minute.
Max value on that fromage.
Tasty indeed.
There's a BKB down on Kunkka, so I don't know if Plus really wants to commit to going high ground against this Magnus, the Bloodseeker, the Ember Spirit. So much spam. Very hard to push high ground without a pickoff.
Huh. And Ember just got an axe as well. So, more remnants to deal with. Dire team going to keep the creep wave pushed in, though, at the very least. What does Godzi have stolen currently? He has Skewer stolen.
Not the best, but could be a key spell.
Yeah.
He's able to find initiation.
Could definitely catch them. Liza's pushing out the top, but you see Troll cutting the creep wave. Godzi's going to try to push out the bottom lane as he gets X'd back. All the way to the team.
We'll get the momentum at least headed back towards the Radiant side of the map by killing that wave. So we'll eventually push. We do see the Lincoln's finished up on the Troll, so he does not have buyback, but has the Aegis. We'll hopefully avoid being ruptured or disrupted potentially.
Yeah. No, that's disruptions have also been really annoying. Smoke play, but they're kind of exposed. Several of them pop out.
Dire are scanning.
Splitting up for the runes, though, so Sonic could be in trouble here if he walks back into the Dire jungle. Sammy Boy just going to potentially walk up the high ground. Sonic's dead.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Yes.
Radiant
What?
structures
Top
are
lane?
fortified.
Dire team's in. And realizing though they're going to come back. Flea, he'll get the disruption off. Bane with the buyback.
Yeah, they want to push now. Glyph is used. This is definitely good timing for them. 2 waves are shoved in. Kunkka going to stand on the front line. Be very annoying. That AC actually making him a decent pusher.
Godzi going for the skewer right there. He actually gets ruptured, so has to be careful about that. Now Godzi dropping a quick Costa Melee going beeline for him. Wants that kill, and he'll get it. Fiend's Grip hits Costa Melee, but he's got the BKB up. It wears off, though, and as soon as it does, a beat down from Troll Warlord takes place. And down goes Bloodseeker. Nice RP. But I don't know if they have enough follow-up damage. They definitely do. So more of a defensive RP than anything, but now Magnus in trouble. Going to get disrupted up. I don't think he's getting out of this one, though. And indeed is killed. He has buyback, though. He'll use it. You see Troll's very low. Has an Aegis, I suppose.
Jenkins also very low.
Lee, did he overstep? Looks like it. And he is staying dead.
Ag shockwave coming out.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That looks epic with the green glow as well.
That does 400 damage on each pass, by the way. That's pretty disgusting, but he steals Searing Chains.
Why? I'm actually, I would actually have a shockwave than that, honestly. Anyways, I'll let the God Z Rubik player determine what he wants. Putting on a show so far. Troll got skewered back. Bloodseeker did get enough for the buyback there. He actually uses his Rupture again on God Z. And he's going once again for the kill. And God Z is dead for 110. So, indeed, it is a dieback. And now Jenkins borrowed time. They're going to ignore him.
Second lane of Rax is fall.
So that's the good news for Team Plus.
Yamsun has Battle Trance in 2 seconds.
Got
Sammy Boy abandons him, though.
Oh, the skewer away. Good job by Magnus. But now Magnus is going to die. Oh, no. That's unfortunate.
Oh, here comes Sammy Boy. Boots of travel back.
How about that? Bot's level 2, and all of a sudden, Troll's going to not only survive, but they can set up more kills. Bloodseeker goes down again. He's out for 2 minutes.
Yamsun's
and that could
still
very
alive.
likely do it. Yamsun just living life on the edge, but that's what Troll Warlord does, baby. Great team support as well, of course.
Step lively
And there's a
now.
GG.
Your Admiral is on board.
So Team Plus, they do take the first game. It wasn't an easy one. Certainly a roller coaster there.
That was an entertaining one, to say the least, though. Tons and tons of fighting, and some very clutch plays from both sides. God Z, though. Whew. That Crystal Maiden steal in the mid game really kept the momentum for Team Plus for most of the game.
Yeah, no, obviously Sammy Boy was crazy far for all of that, and he deserves his own credit too, for sure, but I do think you could safely say Rubik was the MVP of that game for Team Plus there.
It's hard to give it to not give it to Sammy Boy, though. I mean, 14-0 and 15. What a monster performance on this Kunkka.
That was big. Yeah, 3,200 net worth at the end. I mean, 32,000 even net worth at the end. It was an impressive game from him for sure, but point is, they get the W, and Team Plus, they are one step closer to perhaps securing at least that third place spot. You never know what can happen later on as well. As we said, both these teams do. Oh, wait, no, Team Plus, it is their last series, isn't it? So no matter what. Point is, trying to get that third place slot. We'll see if they can manage another victory here. Should help them secure it in the end, but they got to do that. And Demon Slayer's solid team going to fight back. All right, I'm butchering this. The point is, we're going to a break. We got Game 2 coming up. The MDL Major Qualifiers here for the North American region. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with Game number 2.